Hey everyone, and welcome back to another part of my How to Counter series. If you're new to my channel, this is a series where I show you guys ways to play against certain vehicles and playstyles in GTA Online. Today we have the most requested one, How to Counter the Oppressor Mk. This vehicle was really complicated to figure out counters for because there's so much gray area. What I mean by that is it's really dependent on how good the Oppressor Mk pilot is, because the chaff countermeasure can instantly make counters that worked on the Oppressor Mk useless. Things like the Stromberg really don't give you a clear advantage in a fight anymore. Same with helicopters, it's really kind of a 50-50 and skill dependent. So I tried to find counters where you do actually have a clear advantage fighting the Mark II Oppressor. Another thing I should mention, these counters are mainly against the homing missile version. That's the one you're going to see in free mode a lot of the time, but it just so happens that these counters I'm about to show you work well for the most part against the explosive MG variant as well. To start out, let's talk about some defensive counters for the Oppressor Mark II. First up, we have the Jetpack. If you head straight forward when a Mark II attacks you, the missiles will just hit right behind you and never blow you up. You can use this to tank all of its missiles, making it impossible for them to take you out. The Jetpack is also faster than the Oppressor Mark II in a straight line, so you can easily outrun them. Of course, this is without the speed glitch. If the Oppressor Mark II gets really close to you with the speed glitch and fires a rocket, it will hit you sometimes. All of these counters are made without the speed glitch in mind because it's not going to be around forever. It'll be patched in the next update, I'm 99% sure. The Jetpack is armed with missiles, but there's no way that they're going to hit something as agile and small as the Oppressor Mark II because the tracking is awful on them. Up next, we have armored vehicles. You have a wide variety of options for this counter. The Oppressor Mark II only has 20 missiles, so anything that can tank more than 20 missiles will keep you on the safe side. I recommend using the MOC cab because it takes around 69 missiles to blow it up. So if a player decided to do the despawn respawn trick to get more missiles, it would still take him forever to blow you up. You also want to be shooting flares to deflect some of the missiles coming at you. If you don't have the MOC, then the Terabyte would be the second best option, taking 34 homing rockets to destroy. Or you can use a Night Shark or Insurgent, but you just have to be really cautious of that despawn respawn trick with the MC menu, because those vehicles only take, I think, 23 homing missiles to destroy. For this next one, I had to get a little more creative, but if you are caught on the ground against the Mark II Oppressor, call in ballistic equipment and pop BST to tank even more rockets and do even more damage. The way Oppressor Mark IIs with rockets attack ground targets is they come in and just tilt down and bloop the rocket in and then head straight out. But since you are able to tank some rockets with the ballistic armor and have unlimited ammo and the best weapon to use against them, this can work out pretty well. However, I only recommend using this if you have no other options. For our last defensive counter, we have jets. I'm including this one in the defensive counters because this thing is just super tiny to hit. As an offensive counter, you don't really have a clear advantage here. But what you can do in a jet is simply evade all of its rockets, which is why I consider it a defensive counter more than anything. Jets aren't going to work against an explosive MG oppressor that knows how to aim though. This is the only counter that won't work against the explosive MG. But like I said, you won't be seeing that very often unless I'm the oppressor user. Although you may want to think about swapping over when we get into the offensive counters. Offensively, there's really not much you can do to give you an extreme advantage over a Mark II equipped with missiles, but for starters, the fully loaded Ruiner could work, and I say could because any smart player on a broomstick is just going to avoid you and run away from you the moment they see the FL-R2K. However, against players who don't know the perks of the fully loaded Ruiner, this will work wonders. It's got that gray area, but unlike the Stromberg, you aren't going to be taken out by an oppressor even if they are good. It kind of works like an oppressor repellent, you know, they'll just get away from you and stay away from you. There is only one way that I found to get an extreme advantage offensively against the Mark II Oppressor with missiles, and that is to go at it with an explosive MG Oppressor Mark II. In the gameplay, you'll notice that the Oppressor Mark II missiles struggle to hit other Oppressor Mark IIs. Your strategy as an explosive MG user is to get close to them and get them turning and then shoot them off the bike with the explosive gun. It's going to require some aim, but the Oppressor with the missiles will struggle in this situation because he's only going to have a split second of lock-on time when he faces you each time you guys pass each other, and using a properly timed chaff, you can completely disable his ability to lock onto you altogether. On very rare occurrences, the missile will wrap back around you and kill you, but that's only happened to me twice out of the tons of times I've done this. And the best part about this counter is that you don't have to pay insurance because you won't be blowing up the bike doing this. It's actually one of the most satisfying kills you can get in the game at the moment, just seeing their oppressor fall to the ground after you shoot him off of it. I encourage you guys to try to get better at this because maybe the more people that know this will make more people choose the explosive MGs for their weapon, and in turn you'll see less Mark II missile spam once they realize this. That's probably pushing it a bit, but hey, I would definitely love to see more people use the explosive MG instead of the rockets. But anyways guys, that is going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed or found it helpful, feel free to leave a like, as well as subscribe to my channel for more guide and PvP related content. And as always, thanks for watching and have a great day.